What is up, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube fragrance land? Thanks for joining me here on my channel, Stephen Sturgill, as I take us through some reviews of hopefully some deliciously fragrant scents and perfumes. And I can give you some recommendations on what you should be spending your money on and putting your nose on, and frankly, also giving you my hard earned opinions of what I love, like, don't like, hate, or am totally indifferent to. So, having said that, I want to get into this bad boy here, and I spent about $53 after the coupon on FragranceNet, I believe, .com, or Fragrance7 as it is sometimes known. This is the big boy. What is this, 200 mil, something like that? It's a huge bottle. Yeah, it's 200 mil exactly, which translates into 6.7 U.S. fluid ounces of Versace Homme for man. What I'm about to say, guys, is not going to make me a ton of fans out there, so I do apologize, but as you guys know, I keep it real on this channel 100%. Let's get into it. So, firstly, this was designed by Alberto Morillas, who I truly love and adore, and he's done some absolutely mind-bogglingly incredible scents, many super hits in the perfume world. And I do like this scent a lot, but it has one huge drawback. Before we get to that, let's go and talk about the history of this perfume, or actually cologne. Okay, I'm going to say something else in a second, but launched in '08, so it's been on the block for quite a while. That is why you can find something like this, which I believe at one point, could be wrong, I think at one point this was a $240 bottle, no joke. If you went into one of the leading, very expensive department stores and asked for the big boy, the 200 mil, you would be out somewhere between $185 and $240. Literally, no joke. And now you can find it on discounters for $53. This ought to last me quite a while. Okay. Having said that, let's get into the top notes. Are neroli, bitter orange leaves, citron de diamant, and bergamot. And in your heart notes, you're going to get geranium, blue hyacinth, clary sage, which a lot of people do not like, and cedarwood. And then your base, you get oud, mineral amber, musk, and tonka. So on paper, that all sounds phenomenal, and it largely is. And before I get to the next part, I will go ahead and interject and say that Versace, escúchame, listen to what I'm having to say. If you guys want to be taken seriously in today's market, in which niche is becoming more and more affordable and common and available and desirable and exciting and different, and even regardless of niche, most designer houses now are shying away from eau de toilettes, colognes. Guys, y'all make suits that cost in excess of $10,000, $5,000, $2,000 jackets, $1,500 slacks or whatever, or belts, whatever. Please stop making watery colognes that have no staying power. Eau de toilettes, let poorer companies make eau de toilettes. You guys should only make eau de parfums, period. You should only be making hardcore, high concentration, and even extrait de parfum, with the perfume extracts. This is, the longevity in this, guys, is a joke. It's a flat out freaking joke. I put this on today, earlier. Smelled phenomenal. I would say it gave me only about 45 minutes to an hour of what I call true projection. And then it died way, way down to a very, very tiny scent bubble. And after about another 2 hours, it had literally died down entirely to just a skin scent. That's it, a skin scent for what used to be a fairly premiumly priced product from a leading house of fashion and all that entails. But let's talk briefly about the smell. Fantastic blaster. Sprayer is one of the best I've ever seen on the market. Fantastic distribution. Okay, I love, 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 love the opening. I love the opening. What am I getting? I'm definitely getting the citron. I'm getting the bitter orange leaves. I'm definitely getting the neroli. I'm getting the bergamot. I'm starting to get the cedar wood, the clary sage, the blue hyacinth, and that geranium. The geranium to me gives a little bright sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's that type of plant smell that is both at the same time kind of attracting and repulsing in a way. I know it sounds bizarre, but it's geranium is sort of very, what's the word I'm looking for? Polarizing. It's very polarizing. It's kind of like a bright, sharp, funky plant odor, but yet there's something in it that's kind of attractive, if that makes any sense. At any rate, bees or whatever, they seem to like it, but now, my problem is that as far as the base notes, I only get a hint of the mineral amber. The musk, if it's there, guys, it is so subdued. The tonka, it's just the merest vacuous whiff of tonka. And the oud, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't get any oud. Maybe it's in there, I'm not getting it. I don't know. Or maybe I am, but it's so minute and soft and like covered by the rest. Those aren't. They might as well not even list those in the base. I'm just not getting them. Now, my problem with this perfume is that, or cologne, I hate saying that word, but it really does die down very, very quickly to a skin scent. Even now as we speak, as I'm speaking and you're listening, hopefully, a lot of that initial sort of projection bubble is gone. And I don't get a strong sense of the smell unless I get right here. Right there. So what that tells me is either this doesn't have a high oil concentration or it doesn't have enough fixatives in it to make it last. So with all due respect, and I don't know, I'll never know, we'll never know unless Alberto Morillas actually tells us. I don't know if that was his decision or if it was Versace's for marketing to save money, but guys, add more fixatives if you have to, add more oil concentration, and just simply market it as an eau de parfum, and we'll buy that gladly, happily. I'll pay double what I paid here for this. But it's a nice scent. It's fresh, it's clean, it's a little bit sensual, it's a little bit sexy, it's quite a bit youthful. I can't imagine this offending anybody. But at the same time, I wouldn't call this a signature scent because it just doesn't bring it. It doesn't make a loud enough statement. It's not a unique enough. It's good. It's really good. But is it uber unique? No. It's mostly in the vein of smooth, mature citrus freshies. That's about it. Longevity is poop, crap, mierda in Spanish, shit in English. I don't like cursing, but longevity is terrible. So Am I saying don't buy this? No, I'm not saying that. Give it a shot if you like smooth, citrusy, slightly woodsy, mature sort of, but yet also quite youthful scents. If you like those kind of aromas or parfums or colognes, you'll probably like this. You do come away smelling fresh and clean, and it's a really good scent. It really is. But is it a great scent? Harder to say. Probably for me, no. The answer is no. For the combination of three things: one, it's not unique enough. Doesn't bring it hard enough. Doesn't make a loud enough statement. Two, it just, even on the nose, it just simply doesn't smell distinctive enough compared to how many great fragrances there are out there now, especially not even just in niche, but in niche like designer frags that are coming out, where they're just bringing it, they're just amping up the juice, the quality, they're amping up the oil, they're amping up the smell. Whether it's a unisex or for men only, this is obviously a men's cologne. But I honestly, guys, this is very unisex. I don't care what they say. This could easily be worn by a woman, no problemo, no problema, no problem at all. So, and the third thing is that longevity is so terrible on this that it just doesn't make a lot of sense. But having said all that, guys, if you can get a bottle of 200 ml that smells this good for $53, I don't mind respraying. You get my drift? I'll spray and I'll respray. So if you have to travel with a decant, travel with a decant. If you want to put this in your glove box and just on your lunch break or whenever you take your smoke break, or I'm not promoting smoking, whatever kind of break you take, unless you're a mobile driver, then you're always sort of in the car or the vehicle, then spray away, okay? But is this for everyone? No. And is this a strong recommendation? Absolutely not. But again, for $53, 200 ml of a fantastically fresh citrus fragrance that unfortunately doesn't last in terms of longevity, but it does smell very good and fresh and clean, knock yourself out. Okay, there's a lot of worse ways to smell $53, to spend $53 on a really good smelling fragrance. So that's all I have to say on that. We're going to wrap it up. I think I went a little longer than I wanted, but wanted to get some of this stuff out of the way. Till next time, guys, spray often, spray well, live life on your terms, not on someone else's. Love you guys. Peace.